Hey everyone, it's Matt here, the TokuDragon. And today we're doing a trailer reaction to a series that is near and dear to my heart. So, when it comes to Power Rangers, you don't really see me talk about it too much on this channel, and the reason why is because I actually haven't kept up with some of the newer stuff as much as I did back when I was younger, and even then, when I got a bit older, I actually went back and watched certain seasons that I missed, and some stuff that was coming out that was new at the time, like RPM, which I really enjoyed, which, shocker, right? Someone enjoying RPM. But when it comes to Power Rangers, it's just something that I haven't just, like I said, kept up much with, jumped over to Sentai, but when it comes to Power Rangers and first discovering it when I was literally 2 years old in 1994, it's a series that I fell in love with. And it's actually the first Toku that I ever saw, before I even knew what Toku was. Just like something like Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I saw, that and Pokemon, before I knew that it was actually anime. So seeing this show and seeing the fact that it's actually getting a Netflix film is actually fantastic. And I think it's going to be really cool and interesting to see. But I did see the trailer already in advance, so I do have some thoughts coming in, but I haven't seen it since it first dropped. So let's actually take another look at that right now.
After all these years, I found a new buddy.
So we're just being thrown right into this. So I love the face. The planes are weird. Like it's a location that you don't really see used much in Power Rangers. So I like the face. What I don't like is that they killed Trinity on screen. And if you don't know, the actress who plays Trinity died in real life in 2001. So I just feel like with how large of a universe Power Rangers is, some of those settings show that you saw in that clip right there, that they just don't have to say that she's dead. She can just be off-world or something. Or I just feel like it's just tacky, even though it's obviously suit footage and it's new suit footage, to have her pass in that way. But looking at some of these other, little cameos here and there, I do enjoy that. Some actors they couldn't get back because either they just didn't want to come back or they couldn't go to New Zealand to film. I'm perfectly fine with having a different, not just the original 5. I enjoyed that weird. It's funny because some people were. I say it's weird in a good way. The CG mechs, because it kind of felt like they were kind of doing like a toys thing being brought to life, where when I see CG in Super Sentai, it's just kind of done in a way that, it's even newer CG in Super Sentai. I'm talking about the mechs here, remember. I'm just not usually the biggest fan of it, so I actually really enjoyed that. I want to take another look at that, actually. Yeah, I'm really loving these Zord designs. And of course, by the way, they were also in the juice bar. There was just so much that really kind of hard to talk about in a minute and a half. By the way, that character is Trinity's daughter in the show itself, not in real life. So when it comes to that character, I'm perfectly fine with her replacing Trinity because obviously, the show has to move on in some way. But it's just odd that they're going to be sadly killing off this character on screen while also only having pictures of her from 20 years ago, because that is sadly when the actress who played her died. So it's just something that I don't think they needed to address. I don't think that needs to come up at all, to be quite frank with you. And if they do, I don't think it needed to be on screen. I don't think the few people maybe that you would hear that would say, oh, it's so cheap, it happened off screen, that would really be such a huge it would just be a drop in the bucket. It would not be this huge outpouring, this huge outcry, I feel anyway, of people going, well, where's the death? Like, I don't know, it just doesn't really sit right with me. The rest of the trailer, however, did. The shot that they just had in the beginning with the huge, planes over a cliff and everything, that's something you don't usually see in Power Rangers, at least in ones that aren't like, magical or fantasy themed or something. So that was an interesting shot. Or an interesting location in New Zealand. Showing the juice bar, like I mentioned before. I'm assuming that's going to be in the 90s because, again, there's, time travel stuff. And also having the Green Ranger there and the whole team running and whatnot with the explosions in the background. I assume that's going to be like a 90s flashback thing as well or something like that. Suit-only footage and whatnot because, again, again, Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson are not going to be in this film. And of course we did have some cameos from previous Rangers as well, which looking at it, it seems to be like this like prototype SPD kind of thing, which is funny because in the real world, in our real world, the timeline is getting real close to where SPD said it was going to be. So it's actually very interesting, and I do wonder if they're going to do anything fun when for Power Rangers when it gets to that actual date in our world. But either way, though, it's still pretty interesting to see. I don't have high hopes, but I am interested in this nonetheless, and I might actually end up seeing it when it drops on Netflix and actually doing a review for the channel. Might try to do this series. I say this series, I'm referring to the first 3 seasons beforehand, because recently I did end up getting a DVD box set for Christmas, but we'll see what happens there with everything else that we'll be doing on this channel. We'll see if I can fit that in, but if not, at the very least, I would definitely like to check this out and review it on the channel. So I'm not hyped, but I am cautiously optimistic. So tell me what you think, by the way, down in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please remember to like and subscribe. Love you all, take care, and hope you tune in next time. So, I'll see ya.